So, liebe Freunde, herzlich willkommen wieder mal. Nicht ein neuer, toller Beitrag von der Gamescom. Wir sind für Renaissance Games in dem Spiel Lunar Abyss und wir haben Benny Hill hier. Nicht Gott sei Dank, the original Benny Hill. Talking to us, he's the game developer. He developed this awesome looking game I'm going to play. And we just want to talk about what is it about, and you're just going to see. Benny, nice to have you here. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Yeah,
really enjoy that. It looks already like very, very promising. What is this game? What was your drive to start with this, and how far are you with the game?
Yeah, sure. So the game's Lunar Abyss. Lunar Abyss is like a high octane kind of story shooter. You know, it's taken inspirations from things like BioShock and Half-Life and Nier Automata, but the way that you kind of experience the game is these big, grand kind of environments that you kind of traverse through and explore, punctuated by first-person bullet hell arena combat. Yeah, so lots of bullets, lots of like interesting enemies to kind of fight, lots of interesting stories to engage with, all through a very strange, liminal, weird world. Yeah, so.
Just give us a small insight. What is happening? What is the story?
Yeah, so you play as a prisoner called Fawkes, who has been sentenced to 9,500 kind of days in servitude, and they're sent to a prison penal colony that's on the surface of an alien moon. This moon's called the Red Moon, and it appeared suddenly in orbit around Earth 250 years prior to the events of the game. And so you're sent there because you've been born with something called the Mark of Luna, which is red eyes. And anyone who has these red eyes gets rounded up and they get sent to this kind of prison, and they're forced to work off their sentence by exploring the interior of the moon known as the Abyss. And so your job is to do as you're told, and so if the prison warden tells you to go find a piece of technology or explore a certain area or scout out something, then you go and do that, and that reduces your sentence.
Okay, so it's like mining. We go into the depth of the moon, or
it's kind of like, yeah, in terms of descending it's similar. We don't do mining, but it's more like scavenging and exploring kind of spaces.
Okay.
So this kind of demo that we've got here at the moment is your first kind of mission. You're giving a retrieval mission of a piece of ancient technology that the prison wardens want for whatever reason, and your job is to go and find it, essentially. Yeah. So along the way you encounter some horrible things, and you have to find a weapon of your own to like fight, you know, these enemies and so forth in order to kind of do that.
So it's like survival, also horror survival genre.
Yeah, so I would say it is. It's like an action. It's got action horror in there, but it's also there's a little bit of science fiction, fantasy in there as well. Cosmic kind of horror is a big part of it, you know. So it's quite
nice. How long did you work on that?
So we've been in development for 3 years so far. So we started it in summer 2020 in pre-production. We started with 3 people, and then we've kind of grown to 16 full-time employees now, so developers. And we work with a number of contractors and consultants, you know, composers, that type of thing. So I think the team size is about 20 kind of people right now.
So the prototype was built by 3 people, and actually now the demand is we need more stuff, we need more people.
Absolutely, yeah. So the original 3 people, my business partners, we built something cool together, but then we needed like really awesome like talent and people that like believed in that kind of idea to come on board, and we built an incredible team.
How long is this going to be playable? I mean, how long the game will take?
So the game's around 10 hours long as a campaign. So it's a single-player, story-driven campaign. It's about 10 hours, maybe 12 hours. It depends on whether you go and get all of the try and find all the collectibles and so forth. But yeah, I'd say about 10-hour story-driven campaign.
And will be published on PC or?
It's going to be out on PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and Series S.
Awesome. You mentioned BioShock as some kind of inspiration, and I'm a big BioShock fan. Where is this thrive? It's because of these raptures under the sea. This place is on the moon, or a certain moon. This is the parallels, or?
I'd say the parallels more the makeup of the gameplay itself. So, the game it's driven by its kind of narrative, and it kind of drives you through a series of kind of events, and with a big mystery at its kind of heart. I think that's the kind of comparison to kind of there's a great mystery of why does this place exist, why am I here, and there's a journey of discovery to be made about both those kind of questions, like my my role in that as a player, but also all these characters that I'm meeting along the way, their role within it, and then also the environment itself is a character in its own right, you know. Cool. So that's kind of the inspiration there.
Cool. Did you work already with this? I mean, it's the big elephant in the room. Everybody tries to avoid the topic, but did AI already made an impact on your game? I mean, the artificial working with, I don't know, AI of, I don't know, storytelling. Did you wrote the narrative, or was it composed with certain prompts, or how do you include maybe already AI, or you don't? You just didn't.
We don't. Yeah. So everything is like, you know, curated by creatives essentially. Okay. So the story, you know, the high level story was written by myself, and then the script and the detail of the story was written by, you know, my senior writer Laura Mauro, who's incredibly like talented kind of writer. Cool. And you know, we work very closely together. They were in a close sync creative kind of as a creative unit to kind of build that world out, and we work with all the different departments in the game to help kind of grow that as well. All the art style, you know, Harry Core, my business partner, one of my business partners is the art director. Cool. He has a very clear vision in his mind about how this world should visually kind of look. And we've got an incredible like environment kind of art team who work really closely together to build what you've seen today. So yeah, so everything is handcrafted to a certain as it could be digital, right?
You can say it now. You know, you can say it's handcrafted, it's human made. Yeah. But in concern to the future, the next 10 years, how do you? I want to stick with that game, but I just want to, because I start now asking this question because I think it's important to think about it, how this will change the whole business, and how will it change the development to the positive. Do you see any effects that might be already on the horizon using AI?
Yeah, I think it's really interesting kind of topic, and kind of this shifting kind of, you know, using kind of AI. The way I see it is, I don't think AI can replace that human experience of creativity, right? I just can't see that happening. I don't think I would want it to happen either, because I think our own experience as the human experience comes from our own perspective, right? Okay, not just from generation of data, right? Okay, so however, with that kind of said, if we see AI as a tool to maybe help us generate ideas, or you know, as kind of like a jumping off point, you know, and seeing it in that capacity, not as a replacement, then I think I'm personally more comfortable with that kind of idea than, you know, say AI suddenly replacing all concept artists. I think we'd lose a soul to it, essentially. It's kind of the way I would think about it. So, yeah,
that was the same people say when the records started, the vinyl. Yeah, now it's over with the vinyl, and we don't think about it. We collected it, but in this time, you know, when music was played backwards, there was demonic stories and stuff involved, and everybody had fears, and I see it also that it's a shift, you know, and we can't really say what's going to happen, but it will have an impact for sure. And I'm happy now to have a handcrafted game now I'm going to play now. Is there anything you wanted always to be asked for this game and nobody asked you like that? A certain question.
Oh, that's
that you
interesting.
Want to...
I come up with the question. Okay, yes. So I think one of the interesting things about kind of Lunar Abyss is our inspiration pool. I would say the game's very much East meets West in its kind of inspiration. So yeah, Bioshock is an inspiration of the way it's structured, but also we've been pooling our inspiration from all the manga and like anime that we've kind of consumed. So there's bits of Evangelion in there. There's, you know, bits of Junji Ito. You know, kind of all of these like interesting like media that we consume from the 90s and 2000s. Like, I think we wear our inspirations on our sleeves, but the experience is very unique and difficult to put in a box because of all those huge.
It's very real.
Yeah, so
it's very real. Yeah. It's done on Unreal.
This is Unreal Engine 4.27, so at this moment in time. So we can't wait to use Unreal Engine 5. But for right now, that's what this demo is on anyway. So big Unreal fans. So I've been working with Unreal for many years. So we'll continue to do so.
I'm so happy because I just heard in the back that you already presented this demo like 1,000 times or even more. And it feels still fresh, and I'm really happy now to start this. And maybe I take over and we just dive into it a bit, and then maybe if I have some questions, I would like to ask you later.
Yeah.
Otherwise, vielen Dank. Thank you so much for being with us, and I want to talk to you soon again. And Leute, schaut da mal rein. Wir schauen jetzt mal zusammen an, gucken uns die ersten 10 Minuten mal an. No? Thank you so much.
Awesome, thank you.